Hey, this is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. Today we're looking at a powered speaker from Mackie. This is the DRM. This is their 215. It's a 15-inch two-way cabinet. Huge power, huge sound out of this. The DRM series is the latest Mackie speakers that came out here in 2019, late 2019, and it's just been a real big seller for Mackie. We've been using these all summer. This is kind of my end of summer, beginning of school review of these because I wanted to get them out in the field and use these a little bit before we started talking about them. So let's go through a few things with it, let you hear it, then we're going to go through the menu, the DSP, the digital signal processing, and then we'll wrap this video up. So first off, again, 15-inch two-way cabinet, wood cabinet. This is a heavy box. There's no question about it. This is very weighty. It's all I could do to put it up on the top. It has two pole mounts in it. One for the angle. You can kind of see it's at an angle, and one for flat. It uses the 3/8, I think it is, whatever it is. The smaller, the tapered end of it, so you can put it on there. And it doesn't spin easily, which is really kind of nice because I don't have a clamp or anything. I can just put it on there, and it doesn't turn, which is very, very nice. Moving to the back. We have got a 3-input capability device here. We have our channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your 3 and 4 is basically like we're running in with a source with an 1/8-inch jack. I can run in I've got a combo jack where it could be 1/4 inch or it could be the XLR, and then we have our through capabilities. So I can go into the sub, into the top, into the top, into the sub, whatever direction I want to go, or into the top and piggyback to the next one. I've got gains on those, and then I have this full DSP up on top. So we're going to go through, let's jump up and check out that DSP because there's a lot of cool technology there, and I want to kind of walk you through some of the different options and such that I have used with this speaker. So to kind of go through a little bit on the DSP on the back of the Mackie, we've got our main menu here, and you can kind of go through, oops, I want to get back to that. We've got our main, the EQ and set. You can go to mode if you want to change your settings to go from live, club, what have you. And we'll go back. This is your crossover, so you can go and you can actually set it to tell it you have a DMR sub, and if you do that, it's just a setting. Or you can go variable. I've been using variable with it off and on to try and see if I could get a different sound, as far as setting a crossover where I wanted to. You have the ability to set an EQ where you want to put these shelves and such with an EQ, and then you've got the ability to do a delay if you want to move a speaker and put one forward farther. You can adjust that. And then there's a configuration area here, which is something that as DJs, we should not be playing with. So we're not going to mess with that or even spend much time on it. The main is where you're going to be most of the time. And what that gives you is the ability to turn it all the way up or turn it all the way down, which of course you basically take it to unity. We just do that. And then we can kind of see over here when we have music playing of what it's going to be doing and how it's going to be bouncing around there. And we can just have a little quick look at everything that's on the DSP. So it's really kind of simple. Once you set it, it's kind of a set it and forget it and let it go. And then of course we can adjust the gains down here for bringing in our different sources. Like in this case, we're bringing in like an iPad right here, or we can bring in mic and whatever we want to do. All right, so now let's take a listen to the speaker. I've got a song here that we've used this with other speakers in this room in this test, so you guys can have an idea of it. And I wanted to find something that had some lyrics and would allow you to hear it. The source is wide open. My gain on the main is flat. This is at 9 o'clock. Okay, so I can get up to about 10:30 on the clock. So much, us girls will spin you around and around. One kiss is all we need. You can't escape this feeling on the stereo. So I can't get it much louder than that because it's going to overdrive my microphone. I can see my microphone bouncing there. And I've got a really good quality microphone that was picking it up, and it's going to blow the microphone out. It might have done that even when I turned it up to 10. So it's got a lot more to give. And that was only using the gain here. I wasn't using any of the gain up on top, which would allow me to adjust that. It was set to flat across the DSP, so that way I didn't have, or I should say the sub, I didn't have the sub on, so it was basically full range and it's good to go. Sounds absolutely fabulous. I've been very, very happy. The biggest downfall I see with these is that they're heavy. The subs are big, the tops are big. It's a heavy unit, so you're going to have to be a strong person to be able to do that. But two of these, as far as two tops and two subs of the 18-inch subs, they can cover a lot of ground. They could get into doing high school dances for a nice sized crowd quite well. They price-wise and such, these are right in the upper mid level with most other sound companies they're competing with out there in the market. And I think for the dollar per sound pressure, they're right there with the other ones. Sound quality, they may sound a little bit better than some, maybe not quite as good as others, but overall, I think if you're looking for some speakers, you're a Mackie fan, you're going to absolutely love them. And if you're wanting to get into something that is kind of, I don't want to say foolproof, but basically you can plug in and you can let it go, and you're not going to see as many lights flickering on these as you would on others, because the way they've done their DSP is just a little bit different. Instead of seeing limiting lights on, some of the compression and things happen, and by the time you get warnings on this, now we're getting to the point where you have to be certainly backing off, where some of the other companies start giving you some warning lights. It's like giving you the yellow signal light before the red. Well, this one just basically goes really, really high, and then you get that saying, oh, pull back. So, good speaker. I definitely think that for Mackie bringing this out, it was a huge jump. I mean, I love the original 450s, the second generation 450s, and some of the things that were kind of in that time frame. Wasn't a huge fan of. The thump stuff, some of it, I wasn't a huge fan of. I'm just going to be honest. The DRM series for Mackie, I've absolutely loved it. I've been using these at high school proms. We took them to a couple of weddings this summer. They sound great. They're just heavy. Just really, really heavy, if I didn't mention that already. So anyway, links in the description. Check this out. If you have any questions or anything, just put that down in the comment section. I'll try to answer those for you. And yeah, Mackie DRM 215. Thanks for watching.